stunner. Like, look at this beauty, you guys. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's start off. So, I stumbled upon this book pretty spontaneously, I would say, like pretty randomly. I was scrolling through my favorite book online shop, and I put another one of the books that I got in my cart, and then this one was recommended to me on base of that. So it is called Homeseeking. That is the title of the book, and it is by Karissa, Chen. Never heard of it before. This was on my For You page. Like, it actually popped up, and I was intrigued. So I actually saw the cover, and I was like, I need to know what it's about. And I thought in this book haul, I'm just gonna read like the back of the book to you, because I always have a hard time explaining in English or like summarizing what it's all about. So let's do it that way, and hopefully it will be just as relaxing. Alright, so it says sushi or sushi. It's called S-U-C-H-I. So I don't know if it's pronounced sushi or sushi, but let's just call her sushi. Sushi first sees Hai Wen. I also don't know how Hai Wen is pronounced, so I'm sorry for that. Suji first sees Hai Wen in their Shanghai neighborhood when she's 7 years old, drawn by the sound of his violin. Their childhood friendship blossoms into love, but when Hai Wen secretly enlists in the Nationalist Army in 1947 to save his brother from the draft, Suji is left with just his violin and a note. Forgive me. 60 years later, recently widowed Hai Wen spots Suji at a grocery store in Los Angeles. It feels to Hai Wen like a second chance, but Suji has only survived by refusing to look back. In the twilight of their lives, can they reclaim their past and the love they lost? So I don't know what you guys think, but to me, this story sounds absolutely heart-wrenching. It's perfect. Like, I need something like this in my life. I want to cry with it. I want to laugh with it. I want to find out about the two lovers' story. Like how they fell in love with each other, how they got to know each other, how they separated, and their, re-encounter. So how did they meet up again? And will they end up with each other again, or what will happen? So I'm actually pretty excited for this one. It's just such a beautiful book. It's also very huge, but it's so beautifully done. Like, the artwork and everything is just perfect. It's also, I don't know, the author might be like Asian or something. The story is situated in Shanghai and Los Angeles, but there is the second Magnolia Parks book. So it's not the second book in the whole series, because that would be Daisy Hates. It's about another character in this storyline. But I wasn't really, I did not really care for Daisy Hates, to be honest. She just made a little side appearance in the first book, and I was not really interested in finding out more about her or reading about her story in particular. But I really wanted to know how the story between Magnolia and BJ went on. So I want to read the second book now, because I finished the last one last year. And so I got this one. It's this kind of special cover edition, I think, or limited, I don't know. But you can see it's also very pretty. Like, the design they made is just so stunning. I loved it in the first one as well. And yeah, this one is just also very, very beautiful. I like it. This also is like a very thick book, as well as the previous one. They have around like 500 pages, I believe. Yeah, 500. So it's a lot for me, also because both are English books. So it's not my native language, but still I will be digging into these. So let's read the back of the book. It does not say much. I'll wear it like a badge of honor forever that he loved me first. That he loved me at all. Have you ever had a love like that? Star-crossed sweethearts, Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne must finally face the question they've been avoiding all their lives. How many loves do you get in a lifetime? And are they each other's? By the way, the whole title of the book is Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. And the author is Jessa Hastings. So does it say any more here about the plot itself? I don't think so. Unfortunately, because I would have wanted to read more to you. But there's something in here as well. It's been nearly a year since everything happened between Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne on the steps of the Mandarin Oriental, and it seems like everything has changed. Magnolia has a life in New York now, and BJ appears to have finally let go and moved on. But when they both wind up back in London and are thrust together once again, they find themselves asking their age-old question: how many loves do you actually get in a lifetime? And, most importantly, are they each other's? The font is like very small in this one, so it will actually take me long to finish it, but I'm still very excited for it as well. I must say the first one I did language. I'm reading it in English, so the original language that it was published in. It was kind of hard for me to get into it, or like to find my way into it, because it's written in this kind of high society British slang, or whatever you might call it. So they use phrases that I did not know beforehand. And yeah, I just had to kind of find into it first, like the style of writing and all of it, what kind of phrases they used, quotes, insiders, obviously. But yeah, after all, I managed to get through the first one, and I did like it, but it was not my favorite. I think I gave it around 3.5 stars or so. So we will see how that goes. Although I must say the ending, I was not expecting that, and I was really intrigued to move on because of the ending. It was like somewhat of a shocker and a cliffhanger for sure. So I'm definitely ready to move on and see how it goes. And then we have the last book of the 3 that I got recently. My only hardcover book for this haul. And it is called When Haru Was Here, by Dustin, Thao. This book is also so very gorgeous. I love the lovely design on it. Like I mentioned before, it's a hardcover. It's very beautiful. I think it's called embroidered or something. Like I can actually tell when the light hits. It's got some highlighted objects on it, or just parts that were highlighted. There's some flowers on it, and an illustration of these 2 boys. I don't know yet if they're like a couple, like romantically, or just friends, but I will find out. But they seem to be like very connected to each other on a deep level. And also these sprayed edges are just stunning. Love it. The colors, everything, I just love it. It is just as beautiful as the first book that I read from the same author, which was You've Reached Sam, the first book that I finished in 2025. And I bought this one because I was actually thinking about getting this one as well. And I did enjoy the first one, so I wanted to grab this one as well. Although these 2 stories are not connected, I think. But let's dig into it. Like in the back, it says, how do you say goodbye when you can't let go? And there's another text in here. After the death of his best friend Eric Lee, losing Haru forever. Honestly, guys, the first book of this author made me cry like a baby. And while reading this, I can totally picture myself being in that state, like that emotional state again. I can see myself getting very emotional and, you know, crying over this story. I think the author just knows very well how to touch his readers, and yeah, I know why I picked this book. Like, I want something like that. I do not mind getting sad while reading. I want to be touched, I want to be drawn into the story and just experience what the characters feel or are going through. It's just so nice and something so special to be attached to the characters in a book so well. It's a gift for the author to make this happen to the reader, I believe. And yeah, I'm definitely still looking forward to this one as well, and hopefully I'll be enjoying it just as much as I did to the first one. Okay, you guys, we are actually done with the book haul, but I just had an honorable mention that I just wanted to share with you. I got myself this book club journal on Amazon. This is such a beautiful book, you guys, and it's a journal, like the title says, for a book club, so I can write down my thoughts on all the books I've read in this little journal. It definitely comes in handy. It's like, the perfect size. It also was not very expensive. I think it cost around the 16 euros or so. Like I said, I got it on Amazon. Let me know if you wanted the link to it. I can share it with you. It is specifically by the brand Lebenskompass. And they have so many cute, journaling products, books, calendars, all of that stuff. And I just chose this one for me with the iridescent cover. It's like, golden. And I thought it looked super girly and cute and just, yeah, elegant. I love it. I cannot wait to write my opinions in here and, I don't know, just kind of collect it to, like, flip through it later on as soon as I'm done. And I think it covers space for 50 books or so, which is a lot for me. So we can fill it in this year. Alright, so here is the unpacked version. I just took the foil off and now you can see it in its full beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, I loved it the moment I saw it. And we even gifted my bestie one of these as well, so we can use it for our own little book club. When we read like the same book at the same time. It looks so beautiful. Let's have a look inside. Oh my god. Oh, there's even a little bookmark in here. A little bookmark. Just one more chapter. So cute. I just have to figure it out, I guess. It's like so much. We even have a book bingo, reading challenge, a mindfulness exercise. But where does it start with, like, the books that I read? Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Okay, so here specifically we have like the pages for when I want to rate a book that I've read. So I can actually write the title. I can describe it, choose fiction or non-fiction. I can also draw the cover or put a picture of it here. And some other stuff like some facts and figures about the book, the author's name of that favorite quote. And then here I can just write down my thoughts on it. Thoughts and notes. And if I would recommend it to somebody or not. So this will be so much fun to like explore. There's like so much behind it that I just have to figure out and just read into it. But it's definitely gonna be another great addition to my hobby and just keep me motivated to move on with my TBR. So I'm really happy that I got it, and I was just, yeah, I wanted to show it to you. It's also like so pretty, and in the back it says a new adventure is only one page away. Loving it. Alright, my loves, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it relaxing.